Kinda suspicious there's an obvious heal point in here. And, as it turns out, the Sky Bandit's hideout was in Neville Valley all along. Right at the end of that conspicuous wall that I made sure to show off earlier. This is what I meant when I said that we do technically visit Neville Valley later on in the story, but it's not the same part that I showed off when I did those side quests. That part is actually fully optional. Yeah, seems everyone's been saying that. And forced fight time, also forced preemptive attack. Yeah, we've got a couple of Sky Bandits here who are 10% weak to pretty much all elements, so this shouldn't be too hard. As you can probably tell though, this is only the beginning. We'll be having a fair few fights coming up, and okay, Shera's gonna get a critical turn, except she won't be getting it with getting both of them with Aerial. And Olivia's going to swipe the critical turn as well. Let's... I think I'll attack this one with the Stealth just in case I get Petrified. Okay, I didn't get Petrified. Because if I got Petrified, then it'd be kind of a waste to be aiming Shadow Spear at this guy. Wow, nice damage. A lot of people say that Shadow Spear is really strong in this game, but honestly, it's actually pretty weak for its EP cost and cast time. Overall, you really use Shadow Spear for that instant death chance. Of course, we just keep getting item drops from them. We couldn't get them the one time that it really matters. Because, like, at this point, you're practically guaranteed to get at least one Poison Quartz drop from the Sky Bandits. But it's really only useful to get it back and roll it, because that potentially gives you Earth Wall right at the beginning of Chapter 1.
Enjoy the show.
And yes, 2 Poison Quartz. Yeah, Olivier might be a total weirdo, but his plans are legit. Yeah, I feel like we could have quite easily hijacked their ship, especially considering how terrible Kyle was in that last fight. Really? Really? Somehow I kind of doubt that. Yeah, the one we were here before, the one you called Never Valley. And that's why they couldn't get the airliner in here. And so it's time for the final dungeon of Chapter 1. Just something to quickly show, if we jump up here, we can head back into the Sky Bandit ship and use the heal points. So remember that this is here. Okay, so after that heal, moving on to the Sky Bandit Stronghold, actually, not Hideout, that's what it's called in the save screens at least. And yeah, sudden change to very zoomed in camera here. So this place is kind of a maze, except not really. Most of these rooms are dead ends, but you want to check out all of them because there are 6 chests to get here, and one of them in particular is pretty important. Also, yep, this place has a monster infestation problem. Wow, quite a lot of them actually. We have gold rats, attacks by using poison-filled glands. Huh, good thing we brought all of those poison immunity accessories. And elder owl. Circles mountainous regions by air in search of prey. Interesting. I think... can I... Well, there is a heal point really close by. I don't really feel too bad using Hellgate here. Here I can catch 4 of them. Yeah, so I like to have 2 aerial and 2 Hellgate users for this area, as I probably mentioned before, but I doubt... Let's... I guess that's the best use of Hellgate here. These enemies aren't really that tough, but there are going to be a few more force fights over the course of this area. Alright, that's really good, 2 of them. And wind is unfortunately not one of the elements these things are weak to. Guess I can go ahead and do this. Something that I actually have been told is that apparently Flicker ignores the enemy's defense. I wasn't entirely sure that was true earlier, so that's good to know. This is probably not going to do a lot, but yeah, might as well try it. Actually, decent damage. Yeah, they can hit you from pretty much anywhere with that rat spring, but they are coming closer, and I think Aerial should be able to take care of a few of them. Yeah, I'll be going before they move, so I might as well aim it there. If only I had a wide line AoE on Estelle here, that could potentially get rid of that owl and that rat. Yeah, the enemies here aren't doing a lot of damage, but they are a little bit more durable than what we're used to. Can I? Yeah, I'll certainly finish this one. Oh, I actually probably would have finished off the other one too. I don't think the owls particularly do anything special. Can I get you both in Sylphin Whip? No, just barely not. Oh well. Don't worry, I will be showing Olivier's S-Craft eventually. But that was just a perfect opportunity to use Quick Draw.
99.
And I think that's the first time we're hearing that line. Okay, level up on Shara there, and Estelle and Joshua are pretty close to leveling up too. Actually, Estelle's really close. So yeah, another reason why I should just spam Hellgate. I'll be getting all my EP back on those two soon. As much as it looks like it, that's actually not a treasure chest. So let's keep going. In here is also nothing. Yeah, they have a lot of these psych out empty rooms, but this is not an empty room. Scorpion. The chest is already empty, you double dipper. Actually, I haven't seen the Seinfeld episode where the double dip thing originated, but, well, I mean, that's not the origins of the term double dip, it's just that's kind of where it sort of became a semi-meme. I guess that was before memes were really a thing. Anyway, Scorpion's a weapon for Shara, so that actually means +1 to our weapon count too. And given that the weapon shop previously said that they were robbed and their best goods were stolen, I think that was probably one of their wares. Nothing in there. But there is something here. EP charge. The chest is empty. Makes you want to cry, doesn't it? EP charge, as it says, restores your EP. Later on, we'll be able to buy those, but at this point, yeah, they're actually kind of valuable, so you might want to save them. In here we have another chest. Jeweled ring. Now, this one is actually very important. The chest is empty. How tragic. The jeweled ring is equipable. All it does is boost defense very slightly, but it's actually the ring that we need to return for the stolen ring side quest. So we'll want to remember that for later. Okay, that door is blocked. And we can't go any further unless we take care of what's in that door. Okay, that shows me this is the way to progress, so let's just head back here. Oh right, that's actually a dead end, I forgot about that. There's an area like that in a later area that's very similar, but actually does lead to something, so that's why I was thinking that that dark hallway actually connected to something. Yeah, we should probably take care of them before they sound some kind of alarm. Hi there! Yeah, we're new here, we don't have the same uniforms, and we're gonna beat you up right now. And that's exactly what Estelle was hoping. Let's go. So, yeah, we have a whole bunch of Sky Bandits here. So, when I said before that if you don't get a Poison Quartz drop earlier, you're probably gonna get it before this chapter is over, this is why. We'll be fighting quite a lot of these guys over the course of this area. Please don't die, Joshua, thank you. And, yeah, they're gonna give us plenty of opportunities to get more of the Poison Quartz. I don't exactly want to knock you out of the AoE, so I'm actually going to go straight for Aerial with Estelle. And yeah, Joshua and Estelle are very close to getting a... Dang it. Oh well. They're in a double Aerial anyway. Okay, that's tempting, but I'm gonna just go ahead... How much HP do you guys have? Quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and revive Joshua just in case the battle ends now and he misses out on the experience. Because I don't really like Estelle and Joshua's experience getting desynced, which is very easy. It's very easy for that to happen if one of them goes down in a battle and the other does not. And yeah, you guys are definitely going down now, thanks to my superior casting speed. Let's see if, well, Olivier does not have the superior casting speed, but he can at least go for a quick draw, which might finish this. Let's see. No. I think that's still going to get 4 of them. Yes, it did. Oh, right now. You might attack... Okay, good, you didn't attack Joshua. If you did, I could just use another pot like in a shell. Those are pretty simple to get more of. And those two are getting fully healed after this fight, because there's no way they're not leveling up after this. And there we go, you both rule even more. More Fire Seepeth, I really needed that. You just kind of sealed your fate there. Yeah, that looks incredibly painful. There's a lot of surprisingly brutal sprite-on-sprite action in this game. You'll be seeing more of that later. Okay then, should we leave the room for you guys? Anyway, let's move on. And I don't really need to heal that much. Waiting for this thing, although it's clipping through the wall there. These enemies look actually kind of cool, honestly. The Mad Tree. As you expect from a tree-like enemy, they're very weak to fire. And let's, I guess you can just go for Hellgate. The enemies are set up pretty nicely here. Hellgate again. Who has fire? You have fire. And I suppose I can just... Yeah, you're probably all going to be dead, like, right now. I don't think there's any way you're going to get a single turn on us. Wow, triple feint. With that, I think we've actually fought everything we can in this area, so yeah. Not really that much reason to show any additional battles unless something really interesting happens, which I kind of doubt at this point, anyway. Nothing in there. Speaking of interesting, something interesting will be coming up quite soon in one of these rooms.
Oh, are you done already?
So that fight went exactly the same way the previous one did. And we head downstairs. I was wondering about that too. So they just repurpose an old fort they found in the middle of these mountains. Makes sense. Yeah, that guy in the bar talked about this earlier. Not really. Certainly not Olivier's kind, that's for sure. Okay, just a chest in here. Strega R. The chest has nothing left to offer you. Well, that offers enough for Estelle. Except she already has one, okay. Well, I guess Joshua can take the other one? He needs a little bit of help in the defense department anyway.
Enjoy the show.
Nothing in there. That very important thing should be coming up pretty soon. I think it's in one of these doors, actually. Yes, it is. So, notice how this room has something in it that most of the other just general storerooms don't have? That vacuum cleaner. If you go up to it and examine it, we get Black Notebook. So, Estelle doesn't really know what to do with this right now, but getting this is, and we can't read it unfortunately, it has nonsensical rows of numbers written inside. So, getting this is actually vital to completing a later hidden side quest. If you don't find that, you actually miss out on one side quest permanently. In this chest we get Bear Assault. The chest is empty, because you emptied it. Funny how that works, no? That's actually a weapon for Olivier. Yeah, that is probably one of the biggest guide dangits in this game. I'm glad that when I first played, I actually saw an image of that room in a guide that pointed out the vacuum cleaner. Because, yeah, that is... Well, I mean, admittedly, if you examine the room very thoroughly, you probably will eventually notice the exclamation mark over that vacuum cleaner, and, you know, if there's something you can examine, it's usually important, especially since there's nothing you can examine in most of the other rooms in this hideout. But still, it's a little bit of a jerk move, I admit. That thing just barely survived, but not anymore. So yeah, make sure that you get that Black Notebook, also the Jeweled Ring. But since we're doing a full chess run, we're going to be getting all of the chess items anyway. That Black Notebook doesn't count as one of them, though. What I was saying earlier about Estelle and Joshua's levels getting desynced, you don't need to worry too much about that in this game, because as you can probably tell, also this room's empty except for one rat, as you can probably tell, the rubber band experience scaling has caused the other party members to catch up with Shara pretty quickly, even though she started out at a lot higher of a level than Estelle and Joshua. So it's hard to get too far ahead of the average level of the party in this game. In some ways, I don't know, like, it's either a good or a bad thing, depending. But personally, I like it. Okay, I suppose we should rush in. And here we have yet more Sky Bandits. And once again, another Sky Bandit Zerg Rush. Kinda wonder if I should cheat up my formation a little bit for this, but oh well. Yeah, let's just go for a trapping AoE here. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna actually have Joshua move back a bit. As I've said earlier, just moving costs, like, delays your turn a lot less than doing any other action. So sometimes just using your turn to move can be useful. Yeah, I think you all set in that AoE. Now, as much as I would really like to use Hurricane, that would probably knock a lot of you out of that AoE, which I don't want, so let's just go ahead and get all of you in Hellgate. Nice. There's actually an even better AoE time spell for later in the game, but right now Hellgate's pretty strong. I only got one of them fainted too, which is not really all that lucky. Wow, okay then. Did not expect 2 attacks to do it.
Seems you came up cheap.
That went far more smoothly than the first Sky Bandit fight in this place. But, yes, we've actually got to where the hostages are. You may have already noticed something, though, if you took a quick glance around the room. Seems like we got a mixture of passengers and crew from that flight. Yep, no Cassius. He's pretty noticeable in a crowd. So everyone was right. Looks like Cassius is not among the hostages. Because if he was, not only would the hostages already be rescued, but the Sky Bandits would probably have ceased to exist by now. Ah. Okay, I guess that's what happened then. So, yeah, we've solved the airliner hijacking mystery, but we still haven't made any progress on finding Estelle's dad. Right now, though, we need to be focusing on one thing. The leaders of the Sky Bandits are still out there. We need to make sure they're brought to justice. Well, we've certainly got a lot riding on us. Yes, it is. Some of these people here are actually family members of NPCs back in Bose. Nice guards. Huh, I guess that means that these people were treated reasonably fairly. Of course, if they were ever harmed, then the negotiations would go south very quickly. This guy's actually from Zeiss, though. Oh, well, that's a horrible first experience. Yeah, everyone here actually has their own names and, their own dialogue if you talk to them. Well, thankfully the Linda is fine, although its engine seems to have been looted and a lot of cargo's gone. We'll bear that in mind. And it usually is the lowest level at times like this. Or the Sky Bandits are completely unconscious. So we have one more level to go down. And here is something really interesting. It appears to be a dead end, but if we push on this wall, Yep, that conspicuous pathway to nowhere back in Neville Valley, it actually leads all the way here. Opening up this passageway is pretty useful because it actually gives you access to Neville Valley, and if you know Neville Valley from earlier, there's a heal point in here. And yeah, that is good to know. But like I said, we now can go back through here and heal at the heal point in Neville Valley, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, we're all healed. Back into the Stronghold. So, this door here, this is where the Sky Bandit leaders are. Before we go in there, though, we want to head here, because there's one more chest again. Reviving Bowl. The treasure chest is offended that you have returned. Was the first time not good enough for you? So, we have done everything we can in this hideout. Make sure that you have the jeweled ring and the black notebook. So, next time we will be fighting the Sky Bandit leaders and ending Chapter 1. See you all then.